Okay, we'll put that one aside. And then we go to Mr. J. Patel for 76 in Oklahoma.
Babish Kumar. Practice.
I know, that's just, Mr.
Thank you.
Okay, you're, we're switching agents?
Yes, I don't want to see.
Okay. I don't see anything adverse on the record. Did anybody else, or does anybody else have any?
Mr. Patel, are you new to the business, or
No,
you have
I'm
another
in this
location?
industry for 13 years.
Okay, in West Allis or another city, or?
I'm in Vistalis for last 10 years,
Okay,
and another city was Greenfield before.
okay. So you're familiar with all the laws,
Yes.
applying for a licensed wholesaler,
Yes.
checking IDs, all that stuff? Okay. I'll move approval.
Second.
Motion to move and second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And it carries. Okay, next we have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
sir. Thank you.
Next we have Nathaniel, is that Pfeiffer? Going once, going twice? Or, where was he going?
Well, he's gonna be working, I think, at Temptations.
Oh, okay, yes, I did see that. Okay, well, we'll hold that one too in case he shows up. Next, we have Katie Hutton. Katie Hutton here?
She's not here.
Is this first appearance too, or is this?
Yes, this is her first
Okay, well, we'll
non-appearance.
hold that one too for now.
Mr. Magritz wanted to speak regarding Katie Hutton.
I'm sorry, who?
Mr. Magritz?
I don't know who that is, but hi.
The owner at Remedy?
Yes.
Didn't know if you wanted to do it if Katie wasn't here, or you
No,
okay?
I wanna talk anyways.
Okay,
Katie put on her application that she works for me. She no longer works for me.
Right,
She
I
was-
did see that.
She was fired for stealing. The police charged her for stealing. They took the film. Then they came back the next day and charged her. She was arrested, fingerprinted, taken to the station, pictured, and then they brought her back to get her car. So she doesn't work for me. She's been terminated.
Okay, because she's got on the application, where will you be employed? And it says Remedy Bar, and that's
She
you.
will not.
Okay.
She was fired the day we caught her stealing. I took the film, I gave it to the police department, and then they charged her the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have the police report on,
Yeah,
as part of
we saw
our
that.
file, as part of our
Right.
document, so if she
And I don't
appears
wanna-
for her
the reason I'm
license,
appearing
it's
is
something
because
we'll
I don't wanna
discuss.
do this to somebody else.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ann.
Okay, that was a hold for Katie Hutton. Next, we have Jennifer Munson. You are applying at One More.
No, I'm not working at One More anymore. I'm working at Alibi now.
Oh,
But
okay.
that was, I filled that out when we had to put the thing in.
Sticking to bars just on Beloit, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
close to my house though.
You do have one glitch here in 2013, well, a couple, but 2013, which you did note. Any other members have any,
Mr. Chair,
please?
the credit card fraud 2012,
That wasn't really credit card fraud though.
it was theft by acquisition
I
and then
think I-
fraudulent use.
Actually, I think I talked about this the last time I was here, or
Okay.
I was here one other time, and I think that was discussed or whatever.
I do.
It had to do with my grandma, and it's a long story.
she appeared in 2013.
Yeah, so we already discussed
Oh,
that.
I wasn't on the committee.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't, we don't
Sorry.
remember things.
Yeah, we
So,
get,
We see a lot of people with a lot of.
Exactly.
we get these every other week.
Yeah.
Every other
Okay.
week, someone's got a credit card or
Could you
10 drunk
condense it?
drivings or
Like
something.
into just generally what happened.
Well, my uncle, because I was taking care of my grandma, whatever. So all credit card use, my grandma knew about it, but my uncle, who was the whatever, didn't know about it.
Okay,
So.
thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I could.
Please.
So this is a renewal, like, for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and the other reason that you're in, because the OWI arrest in 13.
Yeah.
Which, and it says no disposition, I don't know what happened, but we probably gave you the speech when you were
Yes.
the last time.
Yeah.
And this speech is also partly for the other people in the room.
Yeah.
That when you are bartending, or a person is bartending, and has at least like made a bad choice for themselves,
Mhm.
you know, that's not good. We expect our bartenders to make those difficult decisions for
Yeah.
their customers. You know, you might blow the tip,
Yeah.
you might alienate a customer, you may lose a customer.
Yeah.
When the time comes, someone has to say enough is enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so, that's one of the reasons that you were brought in here, is that,
Okay.
that OWI. And also, the actions of tonight's committee go to tonight's council later on, and then anything that we approve then would be signed, the paperwork would be taken care of, and the license would be ready for pickup tomorrow in the
Okay.
clerk's office. Or if you don't pick it up tomorrow, then after like 2 or 3 goes in the mail, and go to, the license will go to the
Okay.
mail, so. I
Okay,
think that's all I have, I'll move approval.
Sorry, you guys can address that if you want. The only thing I saw too is that Miss Munson's name does come up a few times in what's going to be an
Oh,
agenda
that
item.
big thick report?
Yeah.
Oh,
The which report?
the fight at,
Find out one more.
the fight at One More.
Mhm. I don't know if anybody wanted to address that or if that was any concern. I just was bringing it
Yeah,
up. So
that is a good idea. Was that gonna be now or at recess?
No, that's,
That's
one
coming up
more is
shortly.
on, this meeting, coming up, shortly.
So what I just said before about not serving people when they're drunk, that was one of the things we wanted to address with the management at One More, you know. I don't understand why people have a hard time cutting people off, you know, and, I guess I don't remember the particulars. Were you the server that night?
Yeah, I bartended.
You
And I cut
bartended?
him, yep, I cut him off, told him, Chad, you're drunk, you
Yeah.
can go home, I'll serve you tomorrow, like you've had enough,
Yeah.
and then he came back,
Yeah.
so. But the second time when he came back, he didn't get served any alcohol, nothing like that, so.
So, I guess we could say you at least did the right thing. I don't understand the problem, why establishments have such a hard time just kicking people out and saying,
Like permanently?
never come
Yeah.
back. Not 2 weeks, 30 days, or
Yeah.
tomorrow. Never. We don't want your money. 'Cause in this case, this guy's money wasn't worth it, I don't think, so.
Yeah, I agree.
you also talked to police a few times that
Yeah.
night or through that incident.
Mhm.
I don't. It's a long report, so I don't
Mhm.
recall if
Yeah.
there's any concern there. But just make sure if the cops want to talk to you, you're as
Oh, I'm always
helpful.
pretty
and-
cooperative, yeah.
So.
Can you continue with your motion and?
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the, motion carries.
So you've been approved by this committee for your license.
Okay,
It'll go to the whole council later tonight.
so I can just use in the meantime, just use my, temporary you guys sent me, or
Yes,
whoever sent
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
Okay, next we have, Amanda De Jesus. Hi.
Hello.
And you don't have where you're working. Do you have a place where you're?
This was a renewal. I'm still working at the Hampton West Allis right up the block.
Oh,
Okay. And it shows here that your driver's license is suspended?
Mhm.
Okay. How'd you get here tonight?
I got dropped off.
Okay,
Up the block.
okay. Mr. Chair? Yes, please.
Amanda, I'm looking at your application here, and we have a question on, have you ever been ticketed, arrested, convicted, or fined for any violation, federal, state, or city laws, including felony, misdemeanor, civil, and traffic offenses? You checked no, and then right above where you signed your application, you say, I declare under penalty of law that all the above information is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Incomplete or incorrect information may lead to the denial of this license. Is there anything you want to add to your application right now?
I mean, I
Have you ever been ticketed, arrested, convicted, or fined for any violation?
When I asked that, when I signed the application, I asked for if it counts as like parking tickets or stuff like that. She said no.
You
that
asked our staff that?
Yeah, the front where the clerk.
Yeah?
I asked them, they were like, that the only tickets they're worried about are anything that has to do with alcohol, because it's a bartending license.
That was here at West Dallas City Hall.
Yes.
Does that sound right? Ann?
We direct them that they don't list parking tickets, that's the only thing that we.
Okay. Okay, what about operating while suspended in Elm Grove? Do you think that's a parking ticket? You got a ticket in Elm Grove?
November of 2015.
Driving?
Yeah, It says
Oh.
operating while suspended. Yeah, there's a July 15, there's an October 15 in Brookfield. So there's operating while suspended,
sorry.
and you didn't have a seatbelt on, so I assume you were
I
driving
did,
there too.
Well, I CCAP'd my tickets, that's why I didn't. Well, I CCAP'd my name, cause that's usually what they tell you, whatever's on CCAP.
Permit unauthorized person to operate. That was earlier this year. I guess you let, is that a car, I assume?
I presume.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't put any of the stuff on your application.
Because,
None of that's parking.
well, I mean, I had nothing to do with operating, like intoxicated or anything with liquor.
It does have to do with following the rules,
Mhm.
okay? Which is why we ask anything. Some people have 50 parking tickets. Should we let them, do we think they're gonna follow all the rules that we have with bartending?
I mean,
Do you
no.
think they will? But under the theory of only listing parking tickets, they wouldn't have to put anything down.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna move for
Understand.
denial based on an incomplete application.
Is there a second? There is no second. So is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll move for approval, Mr. Chair. Ms. De Jesus, you had, just to address your issue that you had said, I checked CCAP and I didn't see it, so you didn't say it the way in the tone that I just gave, of course. You were more respectful than the way I just said it. But to explain to you that CCAP only covers state charges. These are municipal ordinance violations. Municipal ordinance violations don't appear on CCAP.
So
And
future reference, just list
Put them all
everything.
down. Yes.
even if it's not on CCAP, you need to put it down.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
Motion carries. Just one second. Sorry. Okay, next we have
Sagib Javad?
Javad. Is there a
Javad.
Javad here?
Skip Javed.
Javed.
Okay, we knew that. We just had the emphasis in the wrong, or the accent.
Wrong
Or
emphasis.
emphasis. Okay,
Yes.
you are applying for, it doesn't say as well.
Bartending license, I
But where will you be working?
guess. 72nd in Greenfield, with the West Allis Liquor and Tobacco.
Okay.
Oh.
Been already working there for like a year and a half.
Okay.
There was a renewing license time.
Well, they were closed for a short time and
Yeah, for 2 months.
the daughter's taking it over.
Yeah, nah. So
Mr. Chair, if I could?
Yeah, I know where you're going. with
You
this,
know where
'cause
I'm going.
I have the same notes here, but go ahead, you do it so well.
So you heard what I just said to the person
Yeah,
before?
go ahead.
And you at least said, yes, you have been ticketed, arrested,
Yes,
convicted,
I
or
did.
fined. But you didn't put anything down,
oh.
and
do
you
I
had some
have-
parking tickets, but you also have a drunk driving, operating while intoxicated.
Yes, I did have it. But I've been taking care of that through impact class, and I've been going through my classes. I've been taking care of that too. My license has been good since March. I haven't had no ticket after that. Been working here for a while. I have no tickets for underage, anything. That was the one mistake that I've ever been in. So, I think.
Well, there are a couple, but not
Yeah.
as serious as driving while intoxicated. But, is there a motion?
I'll
Or-
move approval.
No,
Is there a
second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
None. Okay, motion carries.
Just, sir, yeah, you're being approved here. This will go before the rest of the council, but make sure that you get your driving violations in order. Certainly, no more DUIs or other violations. This is you have a number
I haven't
of
had
recent
since last
driving
year,
violations.
That was and after that, that was the first day and the last day I ever got into that stuff. But
Okay.
the mistake that I ever made in my life. But should be taken care
Okay, thank you.
of. Yeah.
Robin Grove. other one. And where are you applying?
Runs Powerhouse.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you're here because you have a few glitches as well. Anything you want to share with us?
Just that I haven't had any other violations since then, and I learned from my mistake, and I've grown up in the past 10 years since then.
And I did note that.
I'll
Yeah.
move approval, Mr. Chair.
I'll second.
It's been approved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, carried. Are you watching your watch? Are you watching?
Yeah, it starts at 6:20.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's a
just
5-minute
gotta-
walk.
I just gotta run.
It's a 5-minute walk.
It's clear down the other end of the hallway, isn't it? Gee. Okay, do we have Sharon Bell? Okay. And where will you be working bartending? You don't know yet?
The Walleye.
Oh, on 88th and Beecher. 89th, okay. Oh, here again, Mr. Chair, or Alderman Weigel, you wanna?
So Sharon, you know what I'm talking about, right? You put on that question about being arrested or ticketed, you checked no.
Oh, yeah.
And your record shows in 2008, prohibited alcohol concentration.
It's an OWI.
That's an OWI.
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
It
so-
wasn't noted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are both those the same?
Although they are different dates, I think they're gonna be the same offense. I don't see anything on CCAT.
You have one,
Just one. One and done, that's all.
and you remember it now, but you didn't put it on your application.
I thought that it was like the last 5 years, usually when you put on, when you
Yeah,
do applications.
except for it says ever.
Yeah, we would've put.
Yeah, we
in
would've,
the last
we
5
would've said,
years.
we would've put the last
noted
5 years
that.
on the application.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move for denial based on incomplete, application.
Is there a second? Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
And then I'll second that.
Okay, motion is to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No,
Okay.
you can read these all outside.
I can't wait. You guys are gonna be here till 11 o'clock tonight. I hope you brought an umbrella.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I gotta go.
It's that way.
Would you look for closed session? Or-
Yeah, yeah. Speed it up and down.
I'll be
Okay,
back.
is there Ashley Seifert? Ashley Seifert? Okay. Hold that one. How about Bianca, is it Keelty?
I'm so sorry. That's me, and I'm really sorry. I thought I turned it off.
Okay. We were calling you to call you.
Yeah.
Come up here. We send them sometimes by phone. No, we
No.
don't.
No.
Okay, and you were applying for the Jock Stop 80th and National, and you did fill in yes for the question ticketed and arrested. You have,
But you forgot your drug stuff.
yeah,
Didn't put that on there?
Oh, it said paraphernalia,
Oh, she did?
but
yeah, top line.
Oh, there it is, paraphernalia
Yeah,
water. I'm
okay,
sorry.
and then, that actually did put down the OW, and there were some others as well.
The 2015 incident was a diversion in the DA's office, meaning they didn't charge it. She had to get some work done in advance, and then they decided to no process it based on that agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
yeah, Mr. Chair, I'll move approval.
are you seconding Alderman Weigel, or?
No, I'm not.
The chair
Oh.
can second.
Okay,
Yeah,
and that I
second.
will, I just wanted to have a share. I'll second that. All in favor of the
Aye.
motion? Aye. Opposed?
No.
Okay. Okay, 2-1, and it goes to the council, as Alderman Weigel said before.
I often get outvoted 9-1, so you're probably good.
We don't have 9 here tonight, though.
Oh, yeah.
Or 10, we got a small group tonight.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is my first license, so what happens after this?
Well, it's gotta
Ask
get
Ann.
voted on, and Ann, you wanna, it's
You
tomorrow?
can contact us tomorrow morning after 10.
Yeah, you could pick it up tomorrow, or it'll be mailed to your address of record if you don't pick it up tomorrow before like 2 or 3.
If you're approved in the final
If you're
count, so.
approved tonight, okay, which you probably will.
Thank you. I apologize about the phone.
The timing was really the
Yeah,
funny
cool.
thing at exactly
I'm sorry.
what you called, yeah.
Thank you.
The next one is Douglas Ellis. You will be working at Walsh's on 109th and Greenfield. And how did we do on the question? We have 2 of them. And you missed, as Alderman Weigel said, the kind of the important ones, the OWI.
And that was a while ago.
No, but it's,
95, yeah.
it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
I did put it down, didn't I?
Yep.
Well, I think he did, yeah.
Oh,
No, did not see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Obstructing, child support. No, he has a DUI rating.
Where are you?
That would be the backside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote,
That's
that's,
his
I'm
handwriting.
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, my
that's
apologies,
his
sir.
handwriting.
Yeah, I do see it now.
Various shoplifting.
Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't see
driving
it.
This is back when I was still drinking. I haven't had a drink since March 28th, 2012. This is all back when I was drinking, doing drugs, and bad attitude.
Well,
50 years old.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you
50 years
sober and have a
old now.
good
and-
attitude now?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, plus I was died from drinking, so it kind of wakes you up.
Okay.
You know, I'm 50 years old now, and I just want to get my life back in order.
Okay.
yeah, Mr. Chair, we don't have any arrests or convictions in 13 years.
Right, and I did not see the back of that. My
Yeah,
apologies to the
no.
committee members.
I'll move approval.
Hey, there you go. And I'll second
He
it.
filled out the application correctly.
Motion to approve is, and we have a second, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, it carries.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Stephen J. Kling. Please be seated.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You filled in stuff that we didn't even have. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Alderman Weigel.
I'm gonna guess, have we had you in here before? Is this a renewal? Did we talk to this?
I don't
No, this is new. Maybe it's like, no. So you have 3 underage drinking Wauwatosa, Milwaukee things?
Yeah, back in high school.
Yeah. That's the scary part. You know, wasn't that long ago, you know, apparently it didn't seem to matter to you then, you know, and you're gonna be working at BW3s, which no one, I don't think, thinks of as a place where kids, it's not famous with the police, I don't think.
Yeah.
No, we
But the
don't.
license would let you work anywhere
Mhm.
in the city of West Allis. So I want you to be really cognizant of the fact
Right.
that you need to follow the rules.
Yeah.
So, how old are you now?
25.
Okay, so you don't have any 20-year-old friends or anything like that?
No.
I'll move approval.
And I'll second.
Okay, motion to approve.
And one more little discussion. I don't think we
please.
did the whole speech. Is this the first new one, or the other ones all renewals? So there'll be a time when the police will send somebody in underage to test you.
Okay.
And I think, pretty sure BW3s fires people who serve minors.
Probably.
That's probably in that big book they gave you when they hired you,
Yeah.
all the
The days
rules,
of
you know.
paper.
And you'll probably have to pay the ticket too, you know. So, and then we alluded to a problem we had at another bar that we haven't dealt with yet. But one of my peeves is when people don't get cut off, when they just.
Over-serving, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
over-serving, you know, you read the police reports, you know, when it's, you know, and again, BW3s, I don't think is gonna let that happen. I don't think
Right.
I've seen any of that, them in here for any of that kind of stuff. But you may bartend at some other place in West Allis, so we want you to be cognizant of how important that is to us.
I have had a bartending license before back up in Portage County in college, so that was a big thing in the college town was.
Yeah,
the
card
not
everywhere, because
over-serving
no one
and
has fake
carding.
IDs in college.
Right, right.
And Stephen's point.
I have
Yeah.
4 kids that I have still one left in college, I know how that goes.
The other thing I'll add, if I may, Mr. Chair, is this goes for you and for everybody. If you're thinking, should I or shouldn't I call the police? The answer is call the police. If you ever have that should I or shouldn't I moment, call the police. get them there, get them involved. And you need to be a good witness for the police. You need to be able to say, this is the person that did it, or they went that way,
If you
this is a
know.
description.
Right.
If you know,
Yeah.
depending on the scenario, you need to be cooperative. And unfortunately, we have some of our bartenders who haven't been cooperative, and unfortunately, that's something that we have to say, which
Right.
shouldn't have to be said.
Okay, we have a motion to approve, right?
Mhm.
We have a vote. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have, he wanted the closed session one. Christine, Lopez? All right, what happened? This is some serious stuff. This
We,
is-
we
this
read
is-
the police report,
Yeah.
and at least I know I did. And
So did
I wanna hear what you have to say.
I have to say that my bartender did what she was supposed to do as far as kicking him out. I don't know Chad. I've never served him myself. He had just recently moved in the area. But she had told me after the fact that like he had been kicked out prior to this incident. She did what she had to do, kicked him out. You know, I didn't know I was not there that night. So yeah, I mean, once I heard about it the next morning, I was at the bar doing my daily stuff and cleaning and doing whatever. Police came. I right away, you want all the cameras. I was cooperative. I gave him everything. I gave him every name I knew, first and last. I mean, I was cooperative 100%. So I wanted to know the truth too. I wasn't there. I was blindsided. I was told when the police told me that morning at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was.
So as a owner or manager, with the benefit of hindsight, what would you have done differently to prevent this from happening?
I would have called the cops.
Yeah, tell your staff that, okay? And I'm gonna go a step further, and you heard me talk about it before. When you throw people out, throw them out for life,
Oh yeah.
okay? I mean, was this, the money this gentleman spent there, was it worth?
No. And I do.
mean,
and,
clearly, he's a victim
He
here.
is.
And we haven't gotten to the bottom of that yet
Right.
either, you know?
Right.
And I'm gonna say there's something else that you should do, is you gotta tell your bartenders to cut people off.
yes. Yes.
Because it wasn't just this Chad gentleman had too much to drink. There were some other people involved that got brave, or I guess, I don't know what happened. I'm sure it's all being adjudicated, will
Right.
be adjudicated at some point,
Yeah.
you know, but, cause this is a big stain on your record.
Oh yeah. I agree. I totally agree. I mean, we don't have cameras outside. We will be putting 4 more cameras outside of the building. We have the cameras inside, but we're putting one on every like corner of the building to
Yeah, but
see
that
the
wouldn't have
outside.
stopped what happened from happening.
It wouldn't have
What
stopped.
would have stopped it? What would have stopped it?
Calling the police.
Yeah. And don't let, and when you throw somebody out, he's done, he's gone. And that sends a message to the rest of your patrons.
Yeah.
That, you know, hey, he got out of hand yesterday, he got thrown out, he's back in here today, all's good. No, you gotta, it's up to you,
Oh yeah.
you know. Set the pace, throw them out, you don't come back in here again.
Right.
I don't care if you live next door.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I mean,
And don't serve people to the point where they're that drunk.
right.
Okay.
You're lucky the chair, actually, not that the vice chair isn't doing a stand-up job tonight,
Thank you.
but the chairman of this committee would have, and we're not done yet, I don't
Right.
think, you know. The chairman of the committee would have a lot more to say, I think, and I imagine you guys do too. I'm just, as somebody in the business, you know, it's real easy with hindsight now, you know, yeah.
I agree.
And I was hoping the lieutenant would have been here, and maybe Attorney Sherwin knows. Was there something with one of the cameras not working or not turning it over, film to us,
No.
all of it?
No.
or-
No.
I believe they were.
I got him, please.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe they were fairly cooperative.
Okay,
One of the concerns I had was that stories were changing throughout, and I don't know if it was bartenders or just random patrons, and that's why I brought up cooperation with the police, especially if you're employed at a place like this. That is imperative. This report got really long because some people started deciding they remembered a little bit more as time went on, which is always
Yes.
very concerning.
That did happen, and not on my part. Our bartender and I have have that since split. She did not know everything at the time, but hearing from he said, she said, and more things coming to her than she did open up and tell the cop at that time. But that's why I even said to her and expressed to her, yeah, you did your job as far as kicking him out, and but then everyone was coming to her and telling her what actually happened, and then she had to go to the cop and then change this, okay, well, I heard this happen or I had this happen. So it was just a big stain, like you said, stain on me and on my bar. So it was like, okay, we need to change this. I'm not saying it's Johnny's fault. I'm not saying she brought these people in, because she doesn't know Chad either. He's just somebody that was in the neighborhood. But just everything together was just like, I have to save the bar and the people that come there every day and my regulars, so that's why we just split ways
And,
at that point.
and I'm the alderman of the district, and I have to hear
Yeah.
from the people in the neighborhood who are
Very
very
not happy.
unsatisfied. Can we discuss that, or is it just gonna stay on topic?
It's gotta stay on the complaint
Okay.
here and what is
Well,
alleged.
I'm gonna
I
bring
mean,
this
I
up.
would like to
I'm-
meet
I'm gonna bring
at
this up.
any
The
time.
police report had a neighbor said, well, I heard a bunch of noise an hour ago, but I didn't think anything of it, cause I hear this all the time from this bar.
Well, on the report it said she didn't hear it that night, but she has heard it prior nights.
But she's
so
used,
you're
she's
not-
used to this
right,
at your
which
bar.
is like, yeah, I know, and
Yes,
she's
she's used to
she's
the-
right our
from
next
your
door.
bar.
I know.
Yeah.
It'd be like living next to a train track. You get used
Exactly.
to trains every night.
And I don't want that. And then she comes in. She comes in during the
Well,
day.
that
She's a
doesn't matter.
daytime, you know?
I don't want your neighbors to be used to loud
Yeah,
voices
I don't
and
either.
fighting at closing time at your bar.
I agree,
Oh.
and I don't either. I don't either.
Okay, is there,
those outside cameras are gonna be recording cameras if the officers need those?
Same things, yeah.
Okay.
I will give you guys full access to everything.
they can actually send those live to the police department, right? Or
Yeah,
send
do
it
we wanna,
live?
do we wanna
I-
burden the
some-
dispatchers with
some
a
programs
dozen
can.
live?
I
It
mean,
was
it's
like
not.
someone asked me if we had like green light here or something, like where you can have live feed into.
I know there's some programs that do that. I mean, so long as
Okay, cause,
if the officers can, I mean, it's gonna be a deterrent to some extent that people are gonna know they're being recorded. We shouldn't probably fight out here or start yelling, because if
Let's
they
go
start
around the
getting
corner.
tickets, people are gonna get, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
okay,
Do we have this done for closed session?
no,
Not this
no,
part.
this was, we'll just have classic and top dog for
Okay.
closed session. Okay, is this,
And another, there's a few on there.
I'm sorry, Nick, what?
There's I think 3 things on the closed session.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but this is,
4.
so, I guess since we can't, can I talk about this? Yes, I am hearing a lot from over there. I cannot telegraph you any more direct that the neighbors are really PO'd at what's going on over there. And ain't Sir Greg's anymore. And we always used Sir Greg's as the high water mark or the benchmark, like
I thought Benno's
Benno's,
Randy's in.
neighbors, and Sir Greg's, okay? I don't know what order, and we always use them as we never, and I think the only time we saw Greg in here was he did some dumb thing, like went to the bank and someone filled in for him, and that's all we saw him for, so that's what those neighbors were here for, and I will pinch hit for Alderman Chapletsky. The neighbors were there first, not you,
Right.
and they're mad.
Yeah.
I mean, no, they're
And
real.
I'm willing to sit down and get some suggestions and see what I have to do. And I mean, that's I'm here. I'm open to talk to you guys about that.
I'd
And see
start
what I
ringing
have
doorbells. I'd start ringing doorbells.
I would start throwing people out.
Well,
to do.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would go reading that police report, there's some less than innocent people listed in there.
Yeah.
And you don't have, I mean, this isn't a court of law. As an owner, you can kick people out for, there's some reasons you can't kick them out for.
Well,
You can't
it
be
says
protect the
we
class stuff. But you can say, you know what, you've been a great customer, please don't come here anymore. And I would start with that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say you've been a great customer.
Right. I
There's
get
like
it.
115 other bars or 109 other bars in the city of West Allis.
Yeah.
Or wherever we're at.
So as far as how to proceed, Mr. Chair, still, I'll move to place on file. I think we've had our
I'll
discussion.
second.
Okay,
Second that.
now I can't vote. Before it was like, okay, Rob. Okay, motion to place on file, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, placed on file.
We're not gonna see you again?
Well, I called the cops after after
There
this
was another-
happened.
there's another one?
Yep.
I actually called the cops because a customer got out of hand, he got kicked out, and then I called the cops right away. I'm like, this is,
Oh, we-
so you might have to see
Did
me.
you see that police report yet? No.
Because I did.
I was, I haven't seen the report, but,
It was on June
We
2nd.
wouldn't be bringing you in
I was-
automatically on that.
Okay,
I was given the heads up by our police department,
yeah.
like the next day, I think it happened on Friday.
Well, I told him too, I said, this is horrible because of what's going on, and the detectives that came in for this situation, the next day I was bartending and she said to me, she goes, I wanna put this on record, that this is a completely different bar when you're here than when someone else is bartending. So it was like night and day, so she knew, and then when I had to call the cops like 2 weeks later, I told him, I said, I had to do this, and I don't want people like this here, so I'm sure that's probably why they contacted you right away, like I called the cops. Cause I don't know what else to do to get them out of the bar.
As in your customers?
Those kind of customers, we didn't have that problem. I was the nighttime bartender at Greg's.
Okay.
I worked nighttime every night at Greg's.
Now that you're owner, you don't have to work as much.
Exactly.
You have to work
But
more.
now I have to,
Show
yes,
up here all the
yes.
time, or let's hope it's not all the time. Okay, anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have the Mongolian Grill.
Hoo-hot.
Hoo-ha, yeah, I was just kidding.
And I didn't know this is a chain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You've heard of us then?
It's a location in the Dells, I know.
Yeah, that's the brand new one.
Okay, okay.
These were one in La Crosse.
Theirs?
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah.
And you're Andrew Vapp or
I am.
Vape?
Yeah.
Vapp, short A, okay. And, I didn't see anything here. You're the
CEO.
Class C wine, right?
Yes. B and C. Just
Beer and wine.
beer wine. Yep.
Do you understand what we're trying to do here with raising the bar and
Yeah, no,
generally
I-
don't have problems with chains? You
Yeah.
know, and I
Yeah.
can't imagine a Mongolian barbecue is gonna be up.
Very
We're looking-
incidental.
We're looking forward to you guys
Yeah.
opening up.
Great.
I'm gonna move approval.
Yeah, and I'll second. It's my district, so
Great.
I'm looking forward
Okay.
to it.
Are you open
Is it
now?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Across the street from where Buffalo Wild Wings is currently, so that's where we're gonna be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
The old hub site, right?
It's
Yes.
a new development.
It's the old
yeah.
Chrysler
The old
Plymouth
website.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just to the north of that auto place.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's been a,
You got a date in mind? When can we go for lunch?
It's gonna be a couple months
Couple
yet,
months,
but
yeah.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
okay, there's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I would just
Maybe you seconded it already?
Remind the
but-
committee just to be mindful that obviously there's every 30 days should be operational within
Oh.
reason.
Oh,
so
yes,
just
yes.
make
We're going
sure
through that right now with
Yeah.
other bars. You have to be open in 30 days.
I mean,
Or give us.
Or give us
if
an
we're-
update,
If we're
yeah.
concerned that you're not moving in a timely manner, because we have a
Okay.
limited number of these licenses.
Okay.
And we don't want them.
We don't want people sitting on licenses.
Do we just need to provide an update within
Well,
30 days?
if
or
we're
something?
worried about it, if it's like, say Thanksgiving, we're going, I really
Okay.
go for the Mongolian barbecue.
It's under construction as fast as
We-
possible. So
Right,
yeah.
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 Right, because you want to get the cash register
Yeah.
ringing,
If
obviously.
we're in just spend mode, we like to get things coming in
Right.
as soon as possible.
Most
so-
people do.
Yeah.
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 Okay, that's motion to approve item 59 and 60, and there was a second by you. Okay,
No, I think I'm
okay, I'm sure Ann is totally noting it, because I certainly haven't.
even if it is
And
cheap.
possible.
Absolutely. Motion to approve, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries, and thank you, Ann, for
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, we want to, now we're gonna go into closed session.
Well, do we want to
Maybe
hear,
should-
do we want to hear from you, the people the closed sessions are about?
Sure. But Alderman, forgot his name right, real simple name.
May.
I know who it was, I was
April,
just
May.
teasing you.
March, April.
he wanted to come back for this, so maybe we should take these folks, for, the discussion items we can do right now.
Good.
Oh, you're gonna make me go to that, huh?
Yeah, you can read over my shoulder. Okay.
There we go. Let's go. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I got a letter that
Who are you?
David or Sal Sanchez, but it's not on here.
So,
But I got a letter saying I need to be here.
and what's your name?
It was for Salvador Sanchez.
It
Or-
would be,
Is that one of the delinquent tax letters?
Yes.
it would be discussion item A.
Hey.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we're about to talk about.
No, that's fine. I didn't see that the
Yeah.
name was on there.
No.
So I figured you guys were.
Yeah.
Okay. You wanna sit down? Please be seated.
Here?
Come on
Sure.
up.
Oh. Okay. I was thinking for him because it's.
Are you
hearing
paid
aids.
up?
No, but I just came across his desk because the person that is on this, Timothy Sanchez, no longer with the company. You guys sent us out on the 3rd, and he was gone until yesterday. My father.
Oh, okay,
My father
thank
runs the
you.
company, but we just got this like within the last 11 hours. So I'm not saying that we're not paid. What's it called? There was no.
I don't have an
I have no time on it.
What amount are we talking about?
I don't even know.
I'm trying to pull it up right now, sorry.
When
Okay.
I called today, they just no one was. Or I called last night, no one was there. 'Cause it was late.
What
I called
location
today.
is this?
For 62nd and Lincoln in West Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not disputing that it wasn't, the person that was in charge of all stuff is why he's not with us anymore. We didn't know that this was existent at the time.
What's
And I
your?
This is for Telly's?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I just got, like I said, I just
Oh,
got this
okay.
a couple hours ago, and I just said, well, we'll wait until the hearing. I just wanted to see if I could have like a few days just to get all this stuff squared away, because it just literally came across my table.
What is the amount?
Like right now.
Do you have it?
The April total, and I don't have it updated since then, so you don't have to call, you can either call the
Yeah,
attorney's
no-
office
no one
or
was there when I called.
Treasury.
A little bit.
But back in April, it was over $1,000. I think you still owe for 15 too.
I
so
think
it's
it
not
was
just-
18, but no one when I called.
1,800 or
1,800.
Okay.
And no one could tell me if it was like not 11 something or 800, and then I said I'll just come tonight to see
Okay.
if I can have a. Like I said, we got the letter over the weekend because it came out the 3rd.
So who would he
Never
call
It
tomorrow?
says
Is it
that
gonna be
it
the
says
attorney's
the
office or
attorney's
the
office.
assessor?
And I had a problem with it when I called it
Treasury.
was late, or Treasury. It just said it was late, and I wanted to come here
Who
to.
does he call there? Does Jenna still handle that?
No, I mean, I sent the letter out. It's gonna be Chris, one of our legal staff, compiles this whole list, and she gets all that information. And
Okay,
can't-
yeah, like I said, it said here I want to be here.
Call
to
them.
say, well,
So do you
tomorrow.
have the money?
Yeah, but I just
So
didn't know what the
you'd be able to
total-
pay it tomorrow.
But,
If we
well,
give you a dollar amount, you could
tomorrow.
pay-
If
you could write a
I
check for
making sure,
tomorrow.
I'm just trying to get all of
Yeah.
the information,
Who
make
do
sure
you,
it's right.
do you have
that's
an
it.
exact number, Nick?
No, you
Our
don't.
He
phone
doesn't.
number. Not
I have it right here.
414-750. I'm sorry, 414-302-8450.
8450. Oh, right
Should be
there.
in the
8450.
top.
That's right.
Alright.
That one. Yeah, and that was it. The amount wasn't the. I mean, the question was the amount. I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was, and I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that.
Do you want to
Whatever
put a
it was,
timeline
right.
on any of these for when we call them back, or when we say it's gonna be done by? I mean,
I just wanted to like a few
Let's
days.
just go
that's all I
August
wanted.
1st,
All
and
right.
then, if you're not paid by tomorrow, next couple of days, we'll be seeing you August 1st. You-
I'll put a little
yeah, that's fine,
note
no
next to all
problem.
these, and we'll
Well,
we'll
we
figure
actually
it
have
out.
till August 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I just like I said when I called, I didn't. The number was different. And I was like, well, I'll talk to these guys to see if it's
Yeah, we don't
whatever it was. But no, that's the only reason that we were here. We didn't know that it
Okay.
existed until.
Call him tomorrow. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for coming in.
And just so you know, we can't issue any licenses or anything along those lines until everything.
No, I didn't have. It wasn't disputing on the
Okay.
question. It was disputing on the.
Yep.
The total wasn't.
Held
I
that
know
pretty
it
well.
was
I forgot your
For
name.
everybody too.
So that was the only thing.
I don't know what
Thanks.
came over. How'd that go? In the end?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just stay with the discussion items then, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Jaswinder Singh?
Good evening, this is Jaswinder Singh. My name is Joseph Kershak. I'm his attorney.
Hi, how are you doing? Good to meet you. We are just here, we brought you in to discuss your plan of operation and as to if you are following through with it, because word up in the city is you aren't following it.
What part of the plan of operation are you referring
The part
to?
where the old Singh was to be nowhere to be seen in that building.
Well,
And people are seeing him.
Just to clarify, I mean, part of that operation plan, and we were aware at the time that there was gonna be, he's still a landlord at the time, but he can't have anything
No,
to do
we
with the
understand, yeah.
operation of the business, anything to do with however that runs, and so, and the information that was coming through was potentially that he was still having a role or in operating, potentially operating the business.
Okay. I know that he filed a statement, I guess at the time the liquor license was issued, indicating that he would not be involved. But as pointed out, by way of background, he is the owner of the building.
Correct.
And there is a residential rental above the liquor store that's being operated. And to one side, I believe there's a separate building where there's a business involved. He also owns that building. So he may be on the premises because of that. But I can tell you that my client entered into a lease agreement with Beyond Singh. Prior to that, he had no business affiliation whatsoever with Beyond Singh. He found this property as a result of entering into a buyer's agency contract with a real estate broker. The real estate broker put him in touch with Beyond Singh, and I guess the business had been closed for 2 or 3 months prior to that, because apparently his liquor license was suspended because of some past activities he was involved in. As part of the lease, and it is a 5-year lease, and my client does have the option to buy the building, and he's hoping to buy the building once he builds up the business. But as part of the lease, my client also purchased some inventory, and he also purchased the equipment there. Now, included in the equipment were the shelving, the computers, the cash registers, and some other miscellaneous items. I believe the liquor license was issued on June 23rd, 2017. He opened up on June 26, 2017, so he hasn't been open very long. And I will tell you that Beyond Singh was on the premises for a short period of time because my client was having problems with the computers and the cash registers, and for some reason they weren't operating properly. And Beyond Singh had to come over a couple hours over a couple days to help him figure out what was wrong with the computers and the cash registers, because he was not having problems, or he was having problems with the cash transactions. And Mr. Singh, Mr. Beyond Singh, may have been seen behind the counter as he was trying to help Jaswinder get these computers and cash registered up and running. My client also said that when the first deliveries came of the liquor, Beyond Singh was there to show him how the delivery should be entered into the building and where on the shelving the different products should go, which would be the best exposure to sell liquor in that particular premises. But he is not involved in the ownership of the business. My client has purchased this under or leased this under a corporation that's called Class 1 Liquor. My client is the sole owner. He's 100% owner. Mr. Beyond Singh is not an officer. He's not an employee. The only reason he was on the premises was to help him get those cash registers and computers up and running. And he may have been seen on the exterior of the premises because he does own the building, and he was potentially making some repairs there. But he has nothing to do with my client's business. My client is aware that he's not supposed to be on the premises because it could jeopardize his liquor license, and that's the last thing he wants to happen. And I can also tell you that I've known Mr. Jaswinder for probably about 10 years.
Since 1998.
Well, I was going to say, since 1998 to 2016, Jaswinder ran a grocery store with a beer license on the corner of 27th and Wells. And the only reason he's not there is that property went into foreclosure, and the new owner, a third party that bought it, terminated everybody's lease and started rehabbing the building. But he ran a very clean operation there. I don't think he has much of a record at all. He hired people to pick up the litter up and down Wells Street and 27th Street. There happened to be a bus stop on that corner, and he made sure that there wasn't any riffraff standing around the bus stop or the line selling drugs or anything like that. So for 18 years, he ran a first-class business in the city of Milwaukee, and he would like to continue doing that here in West Allis. Beyond Singh was on the premises for a short, limited period of time to help him with the cash registers. Beyond Singh wants him to succeed because he obviously has an interest in the rent money. And the fact that my client would like to buy the building if the business is successful. So there may have been some truth to the fact that Beyond was on the premises, but it was only a very limited time, and it was only to help Mr. Singh at the initial part of his operation. He hasn't been there for quite a while because now the cash registers are working. He's figured it out.
And I know it's just hearsay, and
Right.
it won't hold up, but we as in myself and the other aldermen are just hearing it.
Right.
We're just hearing it, that he's there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't wanna see him there at all.
He was not on my property because he leased up a next one.
I know that.
A couple days
they're
ago,
over there.
But
he was over
but he's
there.
just kinda like hanging around there.
Okay. Well, will you make sure that
he's
he's
not
not,
coming in my place, I
No.
guarantee you. You
No,
know,
he
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
well, he's not gonna be in there anymore?
Cause I saw it, I watched it one night, I watched him sit behind that cash register for 45 minutes on a Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night, like 2 weeks ago from this Thursday, I watched him. Because we were getting a lot of people in our district saying, he's in there, he's selling. And again, it's hearsay, and I
You need a new phone with a camera in it.
I need, yes.
We have camera also.
Rather than that 10 cents a minute cricket phone I have. I see, is there anything Alderman Lysick would like to add, or not? I don't mean to put you on the spot. Do you wanna? This is 84th in Cleveland, in case you're.
Nothing other than,
Okay.
you know, the previous owner has to stay off the premise.
Okay.
Cannot be there.
Okay, and that's pretty much my sentiment, and
sure.
like I said, I've seen it, so
Yeah.
if you were gonna say
Yeah.
people are lying, I'd say no, because I saw it, and I watched it, and it wasn't just helping out, he was sitting down, just kinda like hanging out, like you guys were
Okay.
talking about the old times or whatever, so we don't want him there.
All right, we'll
got
let Mr. Beyond Singh
Yeah.
know he's not
Yeah.
welcome inside the premises
Yeah.
unless
Yes.
there's a landlord
Yeah.
issue.
Okay.
All right.
Because he was here. Okay, he was.
Yeah.
We're good.
He was here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Stop digging.
Mr. Chair, the Assistant City Attorney wanted to say
Okay.
something.
No, I was just
Okay.
making sure that, I mean, the agreement and what was
'Cause, yeah, it was
provided
part
to
of
us
the deal.
was that he can't be involved in the
Yeah,
operation.
he's not,
I,
yeah.
I think we know that he's gonna be sometimes in the area, but, I mean, the issue that happened over there was large enough that the police are aware of it,
Yeah.
and so if they stop by and they know who the guy is,
Yeah.
you don't want any of that
Yeah.
happening
Okay.
still, so.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we'll just,
All right.
It will not happen. You know.
is there a motion to place it on file?
So moved.
Second. Okay, motion to place on file,
Okay.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, placed on file.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Counselor, did you want to discuss?
No, it was just a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's still on file, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there any more, I'm sorry.
Parliamentarian.
We started on the discussions for the other delinquent PPTs. Was there anybody else here for those, or did we want to continue?
I'm sorry, what?
Anyone else here for delinquent personal property tax issue?
No, that was the only letter I got.
That's another letter, okay.
Okay, great, thanks. Okay, now we move to, our closed session part, and I have to read this.
Well, before we do that, Mr. Chair, any of the other people that weren't present that we skipped over?
I don't know, I wasn't.
Is
Who showed up late?
Swami
Anybody?
Shri LLC, Rajesh Patel. Oh, I got it
There we
right.
go.
First one.
You're Mr. Rajesh Patel? Yeah, come on forward, sir. If I may, Mr. Chair. Now I'll stop being chairman, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You are-
45?
Yeah.
Let me get mine. Okay, you're the first Patel fellow, right? Wasn't there one right after that? Yes.
This is Swami Shri LLC.
Okay. And you are again, please?
BJ.
Rajesh Patel.
Okay. All right, and you are, it's switching agents?
No,
What is this?
for the Class A license.
Okay.
So there was a beer only there before, is that what it is? And now you're gonna have a full liquor, you had beer and wine before, I think?
No,
Or just
just
beer?
beer.
So now you're adding liquor and wine to the beer. And, so you're familiar, and you're not a new operator or anything, you're
No,
familiar
no.
with all the rules,
Oh,
buying
yeah.
from wholesalers, carding people, and all that? Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking, the one on Greenfield.
No, this is.
Yeah, I see it now,
Schlinger.
I see it, I see it. This is Schlinger and
Yeah.
92nd, okay, okay.
I'm gonna
Mr.
move
Chair?
approval, sir.
Alderman May.
You're not serving liquor yet, are you?
No.
Okay. My understanding is now with our new Class A liquor, we need to have a site plan approved and everything.
Everything's up there.
So would this be subject to that?
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes, subject to.
Subject to necessary requirements.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll second that motion, subject for approval, subject to necessary requirements. Alderman Weigel had moved approval.
Okay, there's a motion to approve and seconded, subject to necessary improvements. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion carries. We will be voting on it in an hour or so.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Did you vote?
No. I was yes.
Anybody here on 47?
Okay,
48.
Nathaniel Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer? No.
48 is Katie Hutton. Next one was, okay, well, we got everybody then, right? Or did we miss?
54.
Oh, here's, 54 was a hold.
Yep.
Ashley Seifert. Okay, good. All right, now,
Mr. Chair, before we go into closed session.
Yes.
Do we want to hear from the principals?
We certainly can. We
Related,
certainly
so,
can. Let's,
so first it'd be the gentleman from Class A.
Classic Realty, Jose M.
Montejano?
Thank you. Is he here?
How do you say your name, sir?
Jose, Montejano.
Okay, thank you.
We had to get your attention because you weren't showing up when we asked for.
I was out of town.
Okay.
I was overseas. That's why I had him fill it out and put an agent. I didn't realize what was going
Yeah,
on.
because this is important. We want to hear we want to hear from you. And if you don't answer, we need to hear from
I
you.
was overseas,
Okay.
so I was there back May 7th and all the way down, back
Okay.
and forth, back and forth.
And so, how's progress on the building? I haven't been down there.
Very good. Just got the windows, received them. They're gonna start putting them in, and we just going.
Are you
Full
finding a
force.
tenant yet, or
I got 3 people.
Who?
Two
you just need
regular,
one good one?
2 regular bars. They wanna open bars. I refuse to rent it as a bar due to the neighbors
Yeah,
next
what it
door
could
and
be,
all that.
yeah.
I don't think that's a good location for just a bar. I think a restaurant, and I got a gentleman, actually the gentleman that's working on it is interested in a Mexican restaurant over there, but I'm in the process of getting it ready for him, so.
And do you have an idea on a timeline right now? 3 months, 6 months?
3 to 6 months.
Which one?
3 to 6 months.
6 months.
6
is
months.
Christmas.
Do we want to bring him in 3
We're-
months and get a progress report and
Yeah.
make sure we're on the same
Yeah,
page?
we'll-
After season.
Stop that.
Yeah, I mean, this building's costing me $14,000 a year. I'm more of a rush to get it done, believe it or not, more than anything.
You wanna get
else.
the cash register ringing.
It's not, for me, I wanna get the lease money.
Yeah,
They
right.
could get the
Yeah, no,
cash. I
But you
got
don't want
no,
their check to bounce.
I got no
Yeah.
interest, in running a restaurant or anything. I wanna just lease it out.
And who are you?
He's an
He's
agent,
the
he
agent
works
now.
for me.
Oh, okay,
the-
I just didn't know the connection.
I was out of town.
Okay.
I'm actually
Nice.
leaving again September 10th. So don't dispatch me here September 10th to October 1st, because I'll be out of town. So he'll
Okay.
be coming in.
I see.
But he's the agent now, so he could come in.
Yes.
Are we
yes.
sending these
Do
things
we
to the
have
right
his
place?
information?
Right. Just wanna make sure.
You actually sending them to his house. They should be getting sent to the business to 7010 West Lincoln Avenue.
Yeah, the Lincoln.
Yes, sir.
The auto place.
Classic
Yes.
Motors.
Classic Motors.
Classic
Okay.
Motors.
And I do, if I may, and I don't mean to put our building inspector on the spot, but can you share anything on this particular, I
think things are going.
okay,
out there as far
I
as-
don't get out there
Yeah.
that often.
I haven't heard anything otherwise.
It's barely in West Allis. It's way out in the.
Right.
It's my
the
neighborhood.
Fifth and a half
Right,
district.
I think they even have a different zip code way out there.
No, across the street, it's 53228.
Okay, I just joking, I wasn't like, up with the date.
Yeah, we had to
Across
knock
Morgan.
down. It was, I don't know how
Just-
that
just-
building
just
was built.
keep-
Okay,
Just keep it moving forward.
right, keep it moving
It's-
forward, we
Keep
don't
working with
want.
our building and neighborhood services guys, yeah, keep the ball moving.
I'm more than anybody on this table that wants it done, so it will get done.
Alright.
It's not about money, it's about just getting
Getting
everything
it done,
in order.
getting the right
and
tenant in there.
Getting the right tenant in there.
Okay. Alrighty, everybody satisfied with that answer?
And being mindful of the 30 days up and running, do we want to have a check-in date or just whenever?
Well,
they
it's gonna
October
be-
3rd would be 3 months.
All right. And you're gonna be out of town though?
I won't
October?
be running the
But your
business. I
partner
will
will
be
be.
leasing
That's
it.
3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I will be.
I think he's a temporary agent. When you find a tenant, then the license is gonna go over to him.
Yep.
right? That's
Yeah,
why
he
he's
has
the
nothing.
agent for
Do you
now.
wanna see him in September?
No.
No, 3 months
Okay.
from now would be October.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll be out of town from September 10th till the 1st. Go-
Okay,
go-
it'll be early October.
Going to get married for the second time, so.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks,
If you
guys.
need anything, a letter
And
or
don't make
anything,
us send a summons and complaint again out to get you in.
Are we gonna put that?
You know me, I'm
Yeah,
always on the
yeah,
top of
yeah.
things. It's
Move
just
to place on
happen
file,
all
is
the
that the
time.
appro, yeah, Mr.
Did
Chair,
we
move to
change
place
the
on
address?
file.
Second.
I'll have to check and make sure that it's up to date with whatever is with the city.
Okay, we'll change it tomorrow
Yeah,
morning.
sure. Sounds good.
Thank you,
As,
sir.
yeah, our other option is to dismiss the summons and complaint.
No.
We'll just place it
We're
on
holding,
file
yeah,
at
we're
this
gonna-
time.
we're gonna keep it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
It's 7:05.
Yeah, well.
Should we do the rest after?
Is it? Yeah, we got,
Yeah, we have people waiting out there. Is this gonna
Mr.
take
Mel,
long?
We've been waiting. Well,
yeah, I agree, we've been waiting 3 years, I don't see why we can't wait another 2 hours.
is that all right?
No,
Move to adjourn?
we're gonna do this at research, every.
Can we do number 62?
Well, sure, I was just kidding for that.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
This is their application.
Oh,
Move approval,
Uh,
number 62,
yeah, subject to necessary.
subject to necessary requirements.
Second.
Okay, motion approved, and it was seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
And Ron, we're gonna do you at recess.
So moved.
Second.
Aye.